We're about to witness 10 creepy stalkers who are caught in the act. You're watching FTD Facts, Leroy Kenton here. Let's begin. Number 10 leads us to the Cleveland stalker. Investigators reported that a man, Nicholas Davis, unwittingly surrendered himself to authorities at the Cleveland County Courthouse. Nicholas Davis's wife had filed a victim protective order against him after she claimed he had threatened her life and prevented her from contacting the police. While his wife was in the process of filing the order, he was captured on surveillance cameras outside of the courthouse, placing a tracker device on her vehicle. Subsequently, he proceeded to the sheriff's office to file a victim protective order against his wife, but the cops knew better at this point. They literally saw him doing the stalking. He's the one that put the device on her car. From there, we move on to the Arlington stalker at number 9. A resident of Arlington in Jacksonville, Florida, recorded disturbing footage of a man who she believes was stalking her apartment by peering into her windows, particularly near the area where her 10-year-old daughter goes to bed. Now, the woman promptly filed a police report about the incident. However, despite possessing video evidence, she has been unable to identify the individual responsible for repeatedly looking into her windows during late hours. The man was captured on camera peering into her windows on 2 separate occasions. The GEELONG stalker comes next at number 8. Authorities launched an investigation in early 2023 to apprehend a serial stalker who had been caught on home surveillance cameras peering into residences and attempting to break in during early morning hours. Multiple incidents of the individual wearing an Adidas hoodie, tracksuit, pants, and a wide brim hat, face mask, and gloves were recorded by security cameras in Geelong, which is a city in Melbourne, Australia. Approximately 7 residents in the area reported encounters with this same stalker. According to a homeowner in the area, the stalker continued their attempts even when confronted by a barking dog as well as triggered sensor lights, and they eventually retreated when they were unable to access the property. In at the number 7 spot, we have Taylor Swift's stalker. There's a 36-year-old man from Indiana that was taken into custody and faced charges of stalking and harassing singer Taylor Swift. Mitchell Table, he allegedly started sending threatening messages to Taylor as well as her management team and individuals who are close to her between the month of March to May of 2023. Mitchell Table traveled from Indiana to Nashville, Tennessee, where Swift resides, and he was discovered on Taylor Swift's property and promptly escorted off by authority. Later that same day, he showed up at the Nissan Stadium where Taylor Swift was scheduled to perform, and security personnel, of course, they recognized him and had to remove him from the premises. Singer Kelly Clarkson is also the victim of a stalker. Despite a judge's order, Kelly Clarkson's alleged stalker continues to disregard the set boundaries, as her security team reports multiple instances of the woman stalking her, showing up at her house, which all has been caught on camera. Now, in early 2023, Kelly obtained a temporary restraining order against 56-year-old Ugit Nicole Young, stipulating that she must maintain a distance of at least 100 meters from Kelly Clarkson's residence. And a judge granted this temporary restraining order after Ugit Young was appearing at Kelly Clarkson's home, and this happened at least 18 times since October 2022, often leaving notes and gifts for Kelly. Number 9 leads us to the Gresham stalker. A woman identified only as Jen in Gresham, Oregon, endured months of threats from an unidentified stalker. The ordeal began with text messages originating from disposable phones, which escalated to including pictures of familiar places, nearby street signs, as well as increasingly harsh threats towards her. But Jen, she finally caught a glimpse of him on surveillance footage outside of her grandparents' house, in which she felt safe, but no, he figured out that she was there and continued to stalk her. The surveillance video that was captured shows the stalker leaving a note on the door containing the message, "Baby, you should have known that I'd find you. Soon you will be mine." The stalker's hands, face, and head are concealed, but Jen is hopeful that somebody will recognize the stalker and expose his identity. Coming down to the number 4 spot, here we have the Birmingham stalker. One neighbor's trust was betrayed completely by a creepy stalker who was caught on camera attempting to remove secret listening devices that he planted in her home. Now, the events took place in Birmingham, England, involving William Nolan, his wife, and their neighbor Lee Jones. Lee was someone who entrusted the Nolans with a key to her house so that they could feed her cats while she was away. However, upon her return, she actually found a voice recorder taped under her coffee table, and she also found another one hidden behind the headboard in her bedroom. So from there, Lee set up covert webcams throughout her home, and after reviewing the recorded footage, Lee identified William Nolan as the person that was inside her house. And in the footage, she saw him retrieving the hidden recording devices. William Nolan is a former security guard, and he pleaded guilty to the charges of stalking without fair alarm or distress. Number 3 takes us to the RADUCANU stalker. A 35-year-old man named Amrit Megar had been found guilty of stalking tennis star Emma Raducanu. Emma Raducanu, who gained international recognition for her victory at the 2021 US Open, revealed that she now feels afraid to go out alone due to the stalking incidents. Amrit Megar had traveled to the London suburb where Emma lives with her parents, and he visited her address multiple times, leaving notes such as 23 miles walked for you and you deserve love. And also during his last visit, he decorated a tree in the Raducanu family's front garden with Christmas lights on it. He also stole a shoe, mistakenly believing it belonged to Emma, but it actually belonged to her dad. And his actions were captured on the home's door camera. Number 2 leads us to the 3M stalker. Robert T. Cessna, who was a vice president at the company 3M Co., had been accused of stalking a 24-year-old woman and peeping into the windows of her duplex in Hudson, Wisconsin. The charges stemmed from incidences in February 2022, and this was when a woman and her roommate noticed footprints leading to their kitchen and living room, indicating that somebody had been looking into their window. So what did they do? They installed surveillance cameras, and on a later occasion, they saw on surveillance camera that a man was approaching their window and attempting to look inside before he left. So the video footage was shared with the neighborhood to alert other residents. And based on the surveillance footage and the description provided by the women, officers were able to link it back to Robert Cessna. The stalker in at the number 1 spot is the GUSTE JANUS stalker. It's definitely distressing to hear about GUSTE JANUS's experience of being stalked and terrified, because she posted all of this in viral TikTok videos. And the fact that there was another woman from GUSTE's former neighborhood that identified a potential connection between the man in GUSTE's videos and someone who had been following her for several years adds a concerning element to this whole situation. It seems like there was this ongoing investigation involving this individual, and it suggests that authorities have been aware of this person's activities for quite some time, not just in GUSTE JANUS's case. Either way, GUSTE JANUS, she showed camera footage where the stalker arrived at her home shortly after her return home and then watched her through the window at nighttime. But the thing is, no one's able to identify the stalker here. All right, guys, we made it to the end. I know, creepy, right? This was a look at 10 creepy stalkers who were caught in the act. I'm curious to know your thoughts about any of these incidents that I mentioned. Sound off down below. If you're still watching, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up. Until next time, guys, stay awesome, stay educated, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.